Hello, seventh graders. I hope your day is going well. I wanted to pop on and give you guys some homework help if you're working on today's homework for 6.2.4. First off, please read through the math notes. I think they're really helpful. It's helping you define the variable in your problem. And they give you an example as well, basically how to turn words into an expression or an equation. For example, grapes cost $3 a pound. If Belinda spent $5.40 on grapes, how many pounds of grapes did she buy? So how to turn that into an equation. So I would go back and look at those math notes if you are still having trouble, especially with homework problem 6-97. So I'm just going to help you get started on 97. I'm not going to do the whole thing for you. Sorry, my lighting is off here, guys. Can't see all this. Goodness. Okay, so this is 6-97. For the end of the year party, Mount Rose Middle School ordered 112 pizzas. There were, hold on, I'm making notes as we go. There were 8 fewer veggie pizzas than there were pepperoni pizzas. So 8 fewer veggie than pepperoni. So 8 fewer veggie than pepperoni. So that tells you that the veggie is pepperoni minus 8. There were 3 times as many combo pizzas as pepperoni pizzas. 3 times as many combo as pepperoni. I can't spell. Okay, so then they want you to use the 5D process to find a variable and then determine how much of each kind of pizza was ordered. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up my notes and I'm going to see if you guys got something similar. So we said there was 112 pizzas, 8 fewer veggie than pepperoni, 3 times as many combo pizzas as pepperoni pizzas. So first thing that I'm looking at when I look at this problem is it looks like that one thing is sticking out as our variable. Something is going to be our variable. So can you guess what that is? Yeah, it would be the pepperoni, because in both facts, pepperoni is used. So everything is relating back to pepperoni pizzas. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to start writing my expressions for each of these. So 8 fewer veggie than pepperoni. So I'm going to say the veggie pizzas was pepperoni, which is now X, minus 8. And I'll make a note there that pepperoni is going to be our X. And then 3 times as many combo pizzas as pepperoni. So our combo pizzas was 3X because it's 3 times as many pepperoni pizzas. And then altogether, they had 112 pizzas. So our expression altogether would be the pepperoni pizzas plus the veggie pizzas plus the combo pizzas is 112 pizzas total. So now we have our variable set up, we have our expression set up for each type of pizza, and we have our equation set up for the total amount of pizzas. So now you can do your columns. We have our 3 types of pizzas, so we need 3 columns in the define side. So define, do, decide. And so what you're going to do here, if this is our pepperoni, this is X. I don't know what that little line is. Let me get rid of that. Go away. So pepperoni pizzas, that's X. And then we have our veggie pizzas, that's X minus 8. because it said veggie was 8 fewer than the pepperoni, and then our combo was 3x. And then for the do, that's where we're going to put our big addition expression. So x plus x minus 8 plus 3x. And then we're going to decide if it equals 112 or not. Now, you guys can try out different values for x. You can try doing the guess and check to see what will work, or you can set it up as an equation, since we've been practicing that, and just solve for x. So if you did it that way, we have 5x, if you combine like terms, minus 8 equals 112. And I'll let you go from there on that problem to solve for x. And don't forget, once you get x, then you can plug it back in and find your amount of veggie pizzas and your amount of combos. Okay, so that's for 6-97. Okay, so now we're going to look at 6-102, which is writing an expression for each mat below, and simplify, and then we're going to try out some different values for x. So let me pull up the E tool here. They already have it set up. Beautiful. And we want to simplify to determine which expression is greater. Okay, so simplify. First thing that I want to look at is zero pairs. I have a zero pair right here. Hopefully you noticed that as well. And then we have our balanced set, which is basically like adding the opposite. And if you're still confused about that, let me kind of illustrate that really quick with the tiles. I'm just moving these out of the way. Okay, so let's say that we want to get rid of these guys. We can add in the opposite. So we can have a negative x on both sides. And we can do that because it's a balanced set and it's a zero pair. So that eliminates those. And then we have the same thing going on with these units. You can add the opposite. If you add in the opposite, you'll be adding in 2 negatives on each side, so subtracting 2 on each side, and then that turns it into a zero pair, and then you can eliminate them. So we're left with x on mat B and 1 on mat A. So then going back to our question, if x is 3, which one is greater? And if x is -2, which one is greater? So I'll leave that for you to decide. So if x is 3, would that make mat A or mat B greater? If x is -2, which one would be greater? If you want to see more examples with adding the opposite or solving equations using tiles, just send me an email and I can create another video for that. If you have any questions on this homework, feel free to email me. Again, I prefer email, not comments in Google Classroom, just because they get lost in the shuffle. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Ta-ta.